Hello beautiful peeps, I'm Chris from TechSpert and I'm here to take you on a full extensive tour of the Realme 6 Pro, a new Billy Big Box version of the standard Realme 6, which by itself was a great budget smartphone. And what you get in this here Pro model is the same incredible features as the original Realme 6 budget friendly handset, including that 90Hz display, but you also get an improved quad lens rear camera with a telephoto lens, more rugged design work, a boost to the performance and some better media chops too. Now while I don't have a specific UK asking price at the time of shooting this video, I'm expecting it to start off at around the sort of £250 price point. I will update in the description down below once Realme clues us in as to what the actual cost will be, and it will be launching here in the UK in April time. So let's check it out, and for more on the latest greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers. Welcome to the Realme family. That's a nice warm greeting. Great stuff. There's the actual smartphone itself. I'm just going to push that aside for now. Check out what's in the box as usual. So yeah, surprise surprise, you get a prophylactic case to give it a little bit of extra ruggedness, just help to keep it nice and pristine. You get your USB Type-C adapter cable, you've got your bit of pokey pin device to actually get your SIM in there, and of course you've got your big beefy adapter as well. If I can actually get this bloody thing out of here. It's a 30-watt fast charger, definitely impressively fast again for a budget-friendly smartphone. Of course this is a European review model, so it's a 2-pin effort. If you buy it in the UK, you should hopefully get the 3-pin model instead. And that's everything you get in this lovely yellow box. Let's just stick that aside and actually check out the phone itself. Now I do love me a bit of Realme design, and I gotta say the Realme 6 Pro does not disappoint. They just add a little bit of extra flair to their phones just to make them really stand out. So as you can see there, you've got this lovely zigzag pattern as the light strikes that back end. I believe it's inspired by comets or sunbeams or something like that. Definitely just helps the Realme 6 Pro to stand out from the rest of the wallet-friendly crowd. And you pick it up in a couple of different hues as well, including this sort of bluey green model and I believe an orangey version as well. Like the standard Realme 6, the Pro version has got a good heft to it. It's around the 200-gram mark, so definitely does not feel toy-like or anything like that. You've got a bit of edge-mounted fingerprint sensor action here on the side as well. Great stuff. And the Realme 6 Pro should prove surprisingly rugged as well. You've actually got a Gorilla Glass 5 coating here on the display, and you've got a pre-installed screen protector to give it even further protection. And according to Realme, there is a triple-layer water resistance in action as well, just around the ports and actually inside the phone itself, just to help prevent moisture from intruding and buggering up the phone. So fingers crossed that'll do the job nicely. Probably won't be good enough to fully protect the Realme 6 Pro if I happen to get a dunking in the bath, but it should be fine for just, you know, a nice bit of rainstorm action. I'm just going to go ahead and stick my SIM card into the Realme 6 Pro so I can get it fully reviewed as well. And as you can see there, it's actually a dual SIM tray and a separate micro SD memory card slot, so you don't have to compromise, have either dual SIM or a single SIM and a bit of memory card action. Alright, now we can get all powered up and have a good old tour of all the hardware, the software and everything else you need to know about the Realme 6 Pro. Right, so as you can see there, the Realme 6 Pro is all set up and ready for action. And of course, welcome to Realme UI. Based very heavily on ColorOS, which is what the Realme smartphones used to use, but it's tried to set itself apart with its own custom launcher, so I suppose over time it'll probably evolve away from the ColorOS shenanigans. Realme UI is based off of Android 10, so you'll notice, for instance, if you dive into settings, you immediately are straight into your dark mode by default, but you can toggle that on or off if you like. And of course, you've got all those standard Android 10 features like digital well-being and parental controls. You've got full gesture navigation set up that way as well. So go into navigation, buttons, swipe gestures from both sides, and as you can see there, it's proper Android 10 style navigation effort instead. But then on top of that, you've also got some great Realme UI features which were originally found on ColorOS as well. So for instance, you've got a one-handed mode which will come in very helpful considering this is a 6.6-inch beast. So definitely good. You can use all your apps in this mode and everything. As well as that, you've also got a bit of face recognition on top of that fingerprint sensor as well. So the edge-mounted sensor, very, very quick and responsive. As you see here, just quick tap of your finger or your thumb to that sensor and you're straight into your desktop. So you don't actually have to depress the power button either, just literally just tap and go. Alternatively, say you're baking a nice sausage pie or something, your fingers are all caked in pastry and crud, then no worries at all. All you need to do is pick up your smartphone. It will immediately unlock with a bit of face unlock action instead, and that certainly seems nice and nippy. Again, very accurate, very responsive, and you can also set it to only unlock when your eyes are open as well, just in case you're worried about that extra bit of security. So let's take a look now at the actual hardware here on the Realme 6 Pro, and it certainly ticks the boxes that you would kind of hope that most budget smartphones would, but they don't necessarily do. So for instance, you do get a nice bit of NFC support on there. You've got dual band Wi-Fi and you've got Bluetooth 5.1 connectivity too. So as I mentioned before, it's a 6.6-inch display, IPS with a full HD plus resolution. As you can see there, nice and crisp, and as typical for a Realme smartphone, it's nice and bright and punchy. You can actually play around with the colours in the display settings as well, so you can have a more natural hue, all those really nice punchy, vivid poppy colours instead. Of course, as you can see there, you do have a rather big pinhole camera housing wedged down here in the corner. Is a double lens setup, so it's kind of similar to the S10, the S10 Plus and all that stuff, but it's not too intrusive, at least because it is pushed away in this corner. It means it's no worse than if you thought your thumb was slightly sticking onto the screen. You can still see the bulk of the action, no problem. But of course, easily one of the most impressive features here on the Realme 6 Pro is the fact that you get a 90Hz display packed into this bad boy, something that's unheard of at this sort of price point. Absolutely incredible stuff. Even the latest iPhones do not have a 90Hz refresh rate. As you can see there, it's actually variable by default, which is handy if you want to sort of preserve your battery life. It only activates 90Hz when it's really strictly necessary, but you can bump it up to 90Hz full time if you like. And as you can see there, just everything is so silky smooth, instant response, nice and slick when it's on that 90Hz level. As far as the audio chops go as well, they are a step up here on the Realme 6 Pro compared with the standard Realme 6. You've got full Dolby Atmos support, for instance, which, as you see there, is set to smart mode by default. And you've also got support for high-res audio on here as well. Bit of Bluetooth 5.1 compared with the 5.0. And you do, of course, once again have a headphone jack. And it's just a mono speaker here on the bottom edge of the Realme 6 Pro as well. You don't get a stereo speaker set up, sadly, unlike the likes of the Moto G8 Plus and Power, for instance. But let's test out that audio.
Definitely very strong indeed, because you get this sexy sliding case that is very satisfying.
So clarity isn't great once you boost the volume all the way up to max, but certainly it's loud enough to be clearly heard in quite noisy environments, if you're in a noisy kitchen or living room or whatever, or even outdoors, which is probably becoming increasingly unlikely in this plaguey society. Now let's move on to performance, and the Realme 6 Pro has the new 8nm Snapdragon 720G chipset stuffed inside there, fresh and new, also found in the Redmi Note 9, capable of up to HDR level gaming. I will of course be doing a full PUBG mobile gaming session on the Realme 6 Pro just to sort of test out its gaming chops ahead of my in-depth review of this bad boy, but for now let's just run a quick Geekbench 5 benchmarking test just to see what it churns out. And the results are in very respectable indeed for a budget-friendly blow. I've got to point out as well, you can get this in a choice of two flavours, either 6 or 8 gigs of RAM. This is the 8 gig top end model, although the 6 gig model probably won't be too far behind in terms of the performance either, because that's obviously a fair chunk of memory all the same. And if you do opt for the 8GB of RAM model, you'll also get 128 gigs of storage as opposed to the 64 gigs which you get in the base version, with of course that micro SD expandability. As far as the battery tech goes, it's the same 4300 mAh cells stuffed inside there in the Pro version as it was with the standard Realme 6 as well, complete with the usual of course power saver modes and everything slapped on there as well. Of course 30-watt fast charging as well, which is again great for a budget blower. And although the battery size isn't as big as some rivals like the Oppo A9 2020, the Moto G8 Power should still hopefully, touch wood, see you through a full day, especially if you don't have it knocked onto that 90Hz display mode full time. So let's flip the Realme 6 Pro over onto the back end and take a look at that camera tech. And for the most part it is very similar to the standard Realme 6 again here on the Pro version. You once again get a 64 megapixel primary lens, an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens and a 2 megapixel macro lens. However, while the standard Realme 6 then rounded off this quad lens camera setup with a basic depth sensor, here on the Realme 6 Pro you actually get a 12 megapixel telephoto lens, which again, something fairly rare still at that sort of wallet friendly asking price. And the camera setup here on the Realme 6 Pro is very, very similar to what you get on the Realme 6, unsurprisingly. So once again, you can jump between the standard primary 64 megapixel lens, which has a Samsung sensor, and the ultra wide angle lens, and then of course the telephoto lenses, where you've got a 2x optical zoom here on the telephoto lens. You can go up to 20x zoom with a bit of digital action, everything as well. Get right in there on that meerkat nose. We've got to view up those nostrils, lovely stuff. Of course, you've got the usual AI gubbins and everything on board as well. You've got a bit of portrait smarts thanks to the multi-lens setup. That should hopefully get a nice bokeh style action on the go. You've got a full 64 megapixel mode if you want to shoot at that maximum resolution, otherwise it shoots at 16 I believe it is by default, using a bit of pixel binning just to brighten things up. Then of course you've got that ultra macro mode, which makes full use of that macro special separate lens, and a pro mode as well if you want to fiddle around with the likes of the white balance, the ISO level, shutter speed, etc. And yes, even in the pro mode you can mess around with the different lenses. As you see here, you can flick between the standard, the ultra wide angle and the telephoto lenses, and you've got full RAW support as well. And of course, you've got night mode to shoot a dedicated low light scene as well. Just takes many different exposure shots and melds them all together. And then in the video mode, you can shoot up to Ultra HD 4K footage. And as you can see there, you can flick between the various lenses for shooting your video as well. Complete with, yes, a bit of super steady or ultra steady, as it is known here on the Realme 6 Pro, if you want to be like running and shooting at the same time. And then last up, if we swap around to the selfie snappers, you get a 16 megapixel primary lens just like you do on the standard Realme 6, but this Pro model also has a secondary lens, an ultra wide angle 8 megapixel snapper as well, if you want to get a bit of a group shot on the go, just fit in lots of background action. Smile? Not quite sure that's smiling, it's more like a grimace, but we'll count it anyway. And in this mode you can shoot portrait shots as well, of course, using a bit of software so wants to track your face and blur out everything behind you again, and you can shoot up to a full HD level video too. And there she blows, there's the Realme 6 Pro in all of its glory. So as you can see, for hopefully under £300 when its UK pricing is finally revealed, some pretty premium tech, including that 90Hz display, very flexible quad lens rear camera, hopefully some pretty decent performance in there as well. Certainly seems pretty nippy for my hands-on action. Decent sized battery with fast charging. Definitely great stuff all in all. So definitely let us know what you think in the comments down below. Are you tempted by the Realme 6 Pro? I'm certainly going to be enjoying using this as my full-time handset ahead of my full review. And please do subscribe, ding that notifications bell, and have yourselves a lovely week, people. Cheers everyone. Love you.